All right. Hello, fellow USU students. My name is Dan Stedman. My controversy today is whether the government should do something to help lower the price of college or not, and how they should do that. I believe that they should, and you're going to see why in a second. The way that I think we should do it is by imposing price caps on tuition and fees that are related to the consumer price index. Obviously, you got to do tuition and fees together because if you do one, then they'll just raise the other. All right. Let's see. Consider this. $38,000 $38,270, a lot of money for you. That's the average price of 1 year of college per student. Uh, Food, board, housing. I guess that's board. Wait, yeah. And tuition included. Looks like it's too much for about 55% of students, as seen by this graph. 55% of students graduate with debt. Another 45% graduate debt-free. I would also note that the 45% who graduate without debt are 87% of this of these people received help from family member or from their families in order to pay for college. So the 45% that has no debt, we're just gonna not think about them for a second. It looks like of the people that do have debt, this is about how much debt they have. So 10%, approximately 10%, have under 10,000, and the other 45% have over 10,000, which is a significant amount of money. The government stepped in to help reduce this number. So in, well, for the future, they weren't not going to reduce it for people that have already decided to go to college. Those people have already agreed to how much money they're going to pay, and they're already aware of the consequences. By reducing that, you could help young people get a leap start on life. You can get a leap start on down payment on a house, on a new car that you're going to need as a young person, for marriage. I don't know, expensive to start raising kids. And those are the ages where you're usually doing that is like late college age. Okay, let's see. So right here we're looking at graph of how many students there are, or no, sorry, how many federal student borrowers there are. These are people taking out federal loans. How much money is being loaned federally. So if you look here from 2015 to 2023, the number is about the same, 0.242 to 0.43, but this number has steadily increased. Just draw a level-ish line right there. And all of that time, this number has been increasing, even though the number of borrowers has remained about the same. In 2024, it's increasing. So the best way to, or one of the first ways to deal with that is by saving money beforehand. You save some money, and you go to college, and you save some more money, and then you go to college like intermittently, taking breaks, while you're going to school, while you're going to college. This is the route that I took. Took about a 9 month gap before going to college to save up some money. Um, you can obtain loans. I would note that 92.8% of loans are federal, the other 7.2% of loans are private. This is the most common way to deal with that, or with the price of college. Another way to deal with it is just by having money, basically, the underlying message of that one. Um, I probably should have done. Declaring bankruptcy, you can do that too, although important to note that only 0.5% of students that declare bankruptcy get out of their loans because federal law says that you can only get out of a student loan through bankruptcy in situations of exceeding hardship, or you could die because then you don't have to pay your loans. Yeah, pretty good solution. Or not pretty bad solution. I would not recommend that. All right, so here's some solutions. Allowing student loan debt to be forgiven through bankruptcy. Don't recommend that. Kind of defeats the entire purpose of loans. A loan is an agreement between two parties. If one party can just bail out anytime they want, that's pretty dumb. Applying soft tuition and or fee caps to colleges through reduction of state support to colleges exceeding certain limits. So yeah, if you raise your tuition too much, then a politician will tell you that he's not going to give you money if you do that. So it's hard to control. Pretty bad idea. Although like in the individual cases, it's not terrible. Appointing a trustee to a college board. So state appoints somebody to be on the college's board who opposes uh, opposes tuition increases. Applying hard caps. This is the solution that you basically put a hard limit on the amount that colleges can increase their tuition, and you tie that to consumer price index, which is basically just a measurement of inflation. And with that, you give them a fine if they exceed that. Let's see. So federal forgiveness of student loans, that's the last solution for student loan debt. For the government helping with student loan debt. This is just kind of a temporary, like right now solution, but it's not actually going to prevent people in the future from uh, being in debt again. So I think this is the best one, hard tuition and fee caps. So this is the consumer price index. Basically, be tied to this. It's just a measurement of consumer goods and services. You look here at about 100% 1983. 1983, inflation was at about 100% from, I don't know when they started this, but at about 100%. Looks like the prices of everything doubled by 2008, 28. Nice. And then price of everything doubled again by 2023. So what that means. So people, common counter arguments are that this is a challenge to the free market. Um, Basically, as you control the price, then the supply and demand idea does not really apply anymore. So I don't really care about that because I don't think college should be for money. First time that people are actually financially challenged is in college. It's kind of a terrible argument too because you're going to be financially challenged like one way or another. Doesn't really matter when it is. You're going to learn from it either way. So um, will reduce financial aid or support for those who really need it. This is a really good argument actually because if a college needs money now, they're just going to stop giving so many scholarships, and that's actually pretty bad because it discourages, it removes some motivation from the whole system to get good grades in high school and all that. Also, makes it so that people who may not deserve loans as much or scholarships as much as others don't get opportunities. This is my sources. Thank you for listening. Bye.